I'm an outcast in this generation. I'm an outcast in this generation. Almost like when I was born, the earth spun backwards. Almost like when I was born, feeling a step slower, but at times a step faster. Feeling a step slower, but at times a step faster. My uniqueness is testing the world's patience. Therefore, my uniqueness is testing the world's patience. My ignorant peers in their chairs, they sit. My ignorant peers in their chairs, staring and thinking, what is my purpose and why I'm one of them. Staring and thinking, what is my purpose and why I'm one of them. They're all God's children, but they question if I'm really. They're all God's children, but they question if I'm really a son of him. If I was born to stand out, and if I was born to stand out, or to not fit in. People take for granted the beauty of life and focus on the wrongs more than the right. Focus on the darkness more than the light. Focus on our blindness more than our sight. We all have a purpose. Correction. We have millions. We all have a destiny, but it's up to us to fulfill them. Don't rush eternal life because the time will come. But not until your work on this planet Earth is done. So until then, they say, love and be happy through everything, and ignore the pain and let it pass. And soon with all the people you love and enjoy and cherish your times with, you'll be free at last.
It's all a test. It's almost like an experiment, God's experiment. When are we going to understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. Everybody want to figure out how complicated life is and break it down. This is what I truly think. War going to keep going on. Frustration going to keep going on. Anger going to keep going on till we finally go back down to the simplest word, love.
South Carolina this week, a police officer lost his job for doing his job by subduing an unruly student in a classroom. Now, the spin is that she had her phone out, she didn't want to put her phone away, whatever. I can guarantee you, as a teacher, this wasn't the first time this has happened, second, third, fourth. I guarantee it. This is no innocent little lamb. And when you have one student, just one, in a classroom, disrupting the class, making life hell for the teacher and the other students, it is impossible for other students to learn. Now, I do agree, the cop went too far, but I don't think he should have lost his job over it. I think it's high time we start addressing the root causes of all this, the disrespect of teachers, this Black Lives Matter movement, this perpetual chip on your shoulder against everybody that's not like yourself. It's got to stop. We've got to address the culture.
First of all, let me say that the cop was justified in being terminated, but they should go further. I think the district attorney's office should indict him for assaulting that child. Miss Box, nobody supports a disruptive student in a classroom because it stops other kids from learning. But what I do have a problem with is men should never deal and handle a woman like the way that cop handled that little girl. To turn that desk over the way he did, grab her around her neck, then grab that child and throw her across the room. That is unbecoming of a man with decent character and conduct. That's unbecoming of the conduct of a police officer. They should have got a school counselor, maybe a therapist on therapist on campus with a school counselor and a mental health officer to come to the school and deal with that child. We don't know what was going on with that kid, but no kid should be disruptive in the learning environment. Now, for you to say that we need to deal with the culture of black kids in school, let's deal with the culture of these crazy fanatic white boys who go in schools with guns and shoot and kill everybody. Let me finish. Hold on, wait a minute. Columbine, killing the kids at the elementary school, the shootings in other cities across America have all been crazy little white boys shooting up innocent people. So let's study that culture.
We have the black culture, unfortunately. unfortunately, which has been run, the black community has been run by Democrats for the last 60 years and has destroyed the black family, destroyed initiative, destroyed self-worth. You have kids out there shooting each other. It's not just white kids. Black kids shoot each other all the time.
But wait a minute. You said address the black culture.
No, address the black
Let
culture.
me finish, ma'am.
The perpetual chip
I
on your
didn't
shoulder.
interrupt you.
Blame whitey.
Show some manners. I didn't interrupt you. Show some respect. Don't tell me a damn thing about the black culture and kids in school when it's white boys that go in school and murder all kind of innocent
I'll
people.
tell you what, when you go into the
we
inner
need to
city,
study these fanatic white boys.
when you go into the inner city and start teaching there, you let me know, and then you can have something to say about it.
Ma'am, I went to inner city schools.
I taught there.
And guess what? At the end of the day, there's wolves in sheep clothing every day teaching
Let me
black
tell you
schools.
something. How dare you say that to me?
It's the truth when it comes to you.
Please.
I've had a target on my back, being a young black male in America. It's so funny because, like, what did we do to deserve this life? What did we do to receive all this hate that we do? Like, we are the chosen ones in people's eyes, but we're also the minority in other people's eyes. And it's like a thin line between that concept and between people's perspective of us. Like, at one point of this world's existence, we were kings and queens and pharaohs. And then in another point, we were criminals and slaves and, homeless people. So
to be successful and fulfill his calling on our lives. We got to know who we are. Some of us still have people telling us who we are. Oh, you know the story in Genesis when Adam and Eve was over in the garden, the first eviction that we knew about. And they ate off the tree, and folk say it's an apple. Hey, it didn't say apple. It didn't say orange. Fruit. Could have been a banana for that matter. And then they call themselves hiding from God and not knowing that God is all-knowing, all-seeing. And so when he asked the question, Adam, where are you? Then Adam replies to God and says, well, I was afraid. And I was naked. And in that very next line, that very next passage of scripture, God says to him, who told you you were naked? Who told you that you are uneducated? Who told you you won't amount to anything? Who told you you were a liar? Who told you you were a thief? Who told you? Some of us still live in that lane of worried about what people say to us. If God says it, that settles it. If he did not say it, then it's not so. The devil is a lie.
You better preach.
And you're looking at me, and Bishop told me to roll. I saw the time, but you told me to roll, so I'm going to roll until you tell me. Amen, somebody. Now, y'all quiet down. I'm going to preach a little bit. Now listen to this. We talking about a people who do not know who they are. I took a trip over to Ghana, West Africa, back in 2003. And I went on a trip of the slave fort. I'm going for educational purposes. And all I saw on that trip were European folk. I didn't see any of us. They had their notes, taking their notes just like us. Then they come back and they write books about us. And you know what we do? We get mad. Go over there, get your own research, write your own books. Second piece here. We have to educate ourselves on whose, let me slow down. On whose we are. Oh, there's some folks still don't know whose they are. We're dealing with who we are and whose we are. To position ourselves to be successful in a realm of education. Get to know God for yourself. You can't know God through your mother, through your bishop, through first lady, through the Bible study. You have to get to know God for yourself. And let me tell you, when you're talking about getting to know him for yourself, we're talking about knowing God outside of the church.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, we come here, we sing, we dance, we fall out in the aisles, we speak in tongues. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. We speak in tongues, and we don't even speak to each other.
All right now. You better preach.
Oh, you might as well say amen. Those folk, those are people who I call Christians. Those of you know, the old school Bible folk know that Christian, the word Christian, used to be used for folk. It was a derogatory term that was used to spite folk who are following Christ. It was equivalent to calling someone a follower, or a crackhead, or an N-word. Oh, you Christian? So we take that on. And Christians have that excuse of, oh, God ain't done with me yet. When we show folk we human. And you got folk in the church that tell, oh, you got folk in the church there's folks in the church let me tell you the difference. A Christian, someone who's upset. A Christian, if they get them right in the right place emotionally, the Christian going to show them their human side. Oh, they'll cuss them out in the church. Amen. If not the church, out of respect for the leader, they'll do it in the parking lot. But a saint will hug them when they really want to slug them.
Come on.
I'm hugging you so I don't punch you. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Now we got to get to know who we are. And when we know whose we are, he will take your ailments. He'll take your ailments. I want to talk about Moses for a second, because Moses had a speech impediment. And Moses was afraid to go before Pharaoh, to do what God had him do. You can call it what you want. The great leader Moses was afraid. He says, I'm not eloquent. And God says, hey, I got Aaron. I got Aaron that's going to speak. He's going to be the spokesperson before the people. So whatever your issues are, whatever your deficiencies are, give them to God. Give them to God. And what you need to know is that he will take them, he will turn them around, and you'll be up testifying on it. If you can't read, or your children can't read, then pray on it.
Amen.
Pray on it. Yes. Ask God to give you resources.
Yes.
Give you resources. We have to make a change. And the church is the place that has the most impact on making change.
Amen.
But we got to change in the church. Amen, somebody. Some folks just come to church too much, but ain't got no church in them. Oh, we got to get church in us. When you get church in you, you take church everywhere you go. At the mall, at work. Amen, somebody. We perish because of a lack of knowledge. In the old slaving days, we were bound by whips and what? And chains. Watch this. 2016. We still have young people bound by whips and chains. Oh, let me play with some of you older folks who don't know what whips are. The nice cars. Talk to a young person. Oh, I'm going to get in my whip. And what are the chains? The chains are the bling. So they're still held in.
Wait. Roger King was standing on the balcony of the second floor hotel the night when, according to a companion, a shot was fired from across the street.
I need all my kings to put their hands in the air right now. If you're a king, put your hands in the air right now. Now I need all my queens to put their hands in the air right now. Happy Black History Month. Rest in peace, Stimmick. 50 years later and we get no shit still. It's not a game, man, the struggle's real. Our people poor, can't even buy my Happy Meal. Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin. People forgot about you, but I'ma continue marching. Government try to distract society with a dress the same day that Trayvon Martin was put to rest. Rest in peace, Eric Gardner. I can't breathe, but believe I'ma be fighting and fighting and fighting till I... Last but not least, rest in peace, Mike Brown. Boy had his hands up and he got shot down. When is this world coming to now? You picture as a criminal if your skin is burnt to black. But that's our fault, in fact. Our ancestors boycotted the bus in Montgomery for 13 months to sit in front. Yet we sit in the back, bringing each other down. Cruel jokes we crack, killing each other now. It's black on black with gas, cause I love for money, oh I love for crack, oh I love for jewelry, oh I love for clothes, oh I love for power, oh I love for the gold hanging off my chest. I swear, this world got me stressed. Wake up and pray that my life don't get footless. By my own brother, same color than the white man last, so we both down under. Life is a game we play. The world is heaven sent, but the people are hell made. And when we make good music and we shooting bucks, we never realize that they really using us, making us sell our souls for material wishes and then kill us on the spot like we never existed. They blind us with materials, make us feel superior, knowing in their minds that we're really inferior, knowing in their minds that all motives are simple and we can never get out of the stuff that we just got into. Crazy stuff, isn't it? Well, it's the world that we all live in. Racism is still alive. One day after school, down the bus about 2:35, a white man came up while we walked, called us some dirty Negroes and drove off. Stuck in my mind for about 3 weeks. I couldn't believe that's how some people see me. Just a dirty Negro with no purpose on earth, saying that they made from diamonds and we made from dirt. So, young boys and girls, if you believe you will achieve and you will change the world. And if you change it for the better, and never give up your soul for money and cheddar. If somebody tell you that you are worthless, turn around, put your fist up and say this. Every man, when they start, and every man is black in the dark.
This is just a consuming generation. All they do is take lives, take riches, take time, take control, take advantage. Rarely in this world do people give without expecting something back in return.
So, there's this girl named Autumn Shaw. She was a bad child. And every day for lunch, she used to always bring a Nutella and peanut butter jelly sandwich. And at lunchtime, she always just sit in the corner of the lunch table. And then she comes over to me, she says, "Promise, sing Nicki Minaj Super Bass." And I say, "No, because every day you ask me that, and I just don't feel like right now." She says, "Sing it right now or am I going to be your friend?" I said, "Fine." So I sang. And then this girl named Danielle comes, and then she says, "Oh, hi, Promise." And I listen, "Hi, Danielle." And then that's when Autumn turns around and beats Danielle's friend, my worst enemy. And Autumn began to copy what Danielle do and like be mean to me and stuff. So I didn't like that. So I went up to her face. I said, "Autumn, if you're gonna be like this with Danielle, obviously you gotta say everything you want to say to my face. She said, whatever, and then put her hand in my face. I said, don't put your hand in my face or it's going to be a problem. She walks away, swinging her hair. Next day, my writing teacher, Miss Dodson, she comes in the classroom. She says, good morning, children. I said, good morning, Miss Dodson. Autumn gets angry. She says, I don't want to do writing. And then Miss Dodson says, no, you're going to do writing. Sit down. She says, no. She goes in the middle of the doorway when people go use the restroom. I had to use the restroom. I was trying to get in the doorway. Autumn grabs a chair. She sits on it. She put her feet up on top of the desk in the middle of the way where the sign-out paper is. So after that, I said, excuse me, Autumn. She doesn't say nothing. She just look at me and roll her eyes. I said, excuse me, Autumn. I try to push her legs over. I said, Autumn, move. She yells and screams at me for no reason. And then Miss Dodson grabs her by her shoulders, and then she slapped Miss Dodson in the face. And that's when it got bad. The principal came, and then his name is Mr. Zosky. He came in the hallway, and then everyone heard her scream loud. And Mr. Zosky dragged her through the hallway and said, you're getting suspended. That's when I realized Autumn wasn't a good friend at all.
I've never really had like true friends in my life. I've had a few. Most people just came and went as time went on, you know what I'm saying? They was buddy with me then, and then like high school came and they changed and then act like they don't know me. But I can honestly say, since I met these people, they have been my true friends, to the point where I don't even call them friends anymore. I call them my family. And first it was Trey. Travian I met a while back, and we did this musical together. And ever since then, he just been real, genuine. That's my homie, man. Like, we've been through it all. We know each other's moms, pops, grandmas, everything, man. That's my dude. He got the same motive and drive I do. That's why we stick so well, you feel me? That's why he been around me so long, and I've been around him, cause we both know what we want to be, you know what I'm saying? And DeQuante too, he came later, but that's still family, you know. He always been supporting me and, you know, helping me when I've been down and junk. And Elaine too. I've been through so many heartbreaks, it's crazy, man. And like, every time it happens, I lose faith, you know. And every time I would, you know, this is how I start, all right? So they'll like me, right? Start off with a little crush. Then they'll start talking to me, and I didn't really have feelings for them. And then they'll catch me falling for them. They get with me, and then leave me stranded. That's how every relationship I've been in has turned out.
Dear Lord, I thank you for another day, and I pray that you cast this evil soul away. And if it shall come back, cast it away again. For I'm not perfect, I'm human, and I will always sin. And I pray I'm in your kingdom at the bitter end. For the enemy will not tempt me and will never win. And I pray I will see you in heaven. For my flesh will surely die, but my soul will live forever.
Falling in love with Jesus was thing I've ever heard. You're falling in love with Jesus. Falling in love with Jesus. Falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done.
Something just like hit me yesterday. I don't know what it was, but it hit me hard. I was watching TV and I thought about two of my football teammates, 1 year older than me, that died in the car crash. Then I thought, like, God has the power to take me away anytime, anywhere, any day. And what if I'm not ready when he does? Like, I don't want to go to hell because I think I have time to get myself together and then God calls me back and I'm not ready. It's way too many people my age and younger dying each and every single day. And every time I wonder if they're living right, you know. Good people go to hell too, was then roaming in my mind constantly to the point I had to leave home. When my mom got home, I left out the house and started walking outside around my apartment complex. Then I went across the street to my old complex and walked past my old house. The address was 3278 Gemini Drive, hence my name. I started reminiscing back to when I lived there. It was my favorite house that I ever lived in. And I said to myself, I hope that I can give my family this type of lifestyle, you know. Just happy, fun, with no worries about bills or taxes or eviction. Then after that, I went to this pond in the back of my complex. I was the only one there. The sun was shining, the birds was chirping. The silence in the air was so loud, though. It was weird. There was a bench right down the middle of the pond to where if you sit there, you can look directly into it. And I sat down and I closed my eyes. And I began to pray out loud. And I started to cry. And ask God for forgiveness for who I've become and for straying away from Him. I asked Him to change me into a better son, brother, friend, cousin, nephew, athlete, producer, artist, student, actor, and man of God. I asked Him to make me an example so when people see me, they want to be like Him as well. I asked Him to change me and break all of my bad habits. I asked Him to give me strength to overcome any adversity that comes my way and give me the strength to always speak the truth and be honest even if lying is easier. I then prayed for my music, sports, and school issues. Then I started to pray for all my friends and my enemies. I asked God to give me the strength to forgive my enemies and love them unconditionally. I prayed that I'll forgive each and every girl that broke my heart again and again. And I asked Him to give me strength and find somebody that's perfect for me and understands me and loves me for me. I prayed for my parents. I asked God to protect them and make them and their soon-to-be spouses happy together. I pray for my sisters, asking God to make them great, strong, independent women of God in the future. And I ask to protect them and give me the strength to look over them and protect them as well. I pray for all of my family that passed away. I asked God to protect them and continue to let them watch over me. And finally, I prayed and asked God to direct me in the path that will allow me to be successful and help support and provide for my family in the future the right way. I asked Him to help me find my destiny and my purpose to live on this earth. And whatever it is, I asked for Him to shine through that. I asked Him to take my mind away off of unnecessary things such as social media so it will not distract me from my path and my destiny. I asked that He would not make me care about what other people think or say about me, and instill undeniable and unfathomable confidence within me. I asked Him to cleanse my mind, heart, body, spirit, and soul of any demons or evil things that have tried to overcome me. I asked Him to give me the strength to not conform to the ways and the traps of the devil in the world. I told Him that I know I'm human, I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes, but to allow me to live consistently so when He finally decides to call me home, I'll be ready. I have truly found myself, finally. And I want you to do the same as well.
We are killing each other. We are supposed to be picking up and healing each other. I'm trying to figure out when this world is gonna change, because it's kind of confusing and it's kind of strange, because every time I turn on the news, it's filled with a lot of criminals and fools. Always doing carjacking, robbing, and shooting. We gotta work together, we gotta start a revolution to make this world better. Put good things in the newsletter. Escape people from poverty that came in for the Salvation Army sweater. In this world we gotta fight, and there's a chance that it could all end tonight. We gotta have control over our life. We have to stop letting politics and religion divide, and have the courage to help struggling people on sight. And most importantly, we gotta live right.
This world is filled with people, and their souls are evil, and we're still not equal. So tonight we gotta fight, change the world, and we have to
change the world. Life is more precious than ice and pearls, fame and girls. What's wrong with the world today? To God I pray that it will all just go away. The killing, the stealing, the drug dealing, the hating. People locked up in submission and they videotaping. And I've been to so many places, and I've been a witness of some racist faces. Kids think they can't do it, so they drop out of school. The bank accounts are empty, but the jobs are full. But some people make minimum wage in fact, and they can barely put food on the table and clothes on their back. So we gotta make a financial plan and help put money into others' hands. We gotta fight from the bottom, although they want us to stay. We gotta change the world and make a change today.
This world is filled with people, and their souls are evil. And we're still not equal. So tonight we gotta fight, change the world, and we have to live right.
And I just hate it because the world for so long has been segregated and separated. And I think it's a sin. People shouldn't be justified by the color of skin. They should be judged by their character. Wise words of MLK, he changed America. ML King had a dream, but that dream seemed to be an evil plot to just stop the loss they already got. He got killed, shortly after Emmett Till. They did not deserve to die, I'm just keeping it real. To God I pray it'll all go today, cause the only hope for peace is when we all cast away.
This world is filled